The day began like any other on Earth. People went about their daily routines, unaware of the darkness that was about to descend upon them. Cities hummed with life, skies were clear, and the world's defense systems stood ready to face any threat, just another precaution, never a true necessity. But today would be different. Far beyond the atmosphere, in the cold, silent void of space, something massive stirred. The Vorith Armada, an alien fleet of unprecedented size and technology, entered Earth's orbit. Their ships were unlike anything humanity had seen, huge, sleek, and menacing. The Vorith were known throughout the galaxy as a ruthless, technologically advanced species, capable of wiping out entire civilizations with ease. Their mission was simple: exterminate humanity and conquer Earth. The planet's fate hung in the balance. At first, no one knew how to respond. Earth's defense systems, which had been built to withstand attacks from alien threats, were now struggling. The sheer size of the fleet was overwhelming. Thousands of ships descended into Earth's orbit, their advanced technology beyond anything humanity could match. Even the most sophisticated weapons were useless against such power. Global leaders scrambled to issue commands, military leaders and scientists alike tried to find a solution. But there was no time. The invasion was already underway. But then, something strange happened. Despite the sheer force of their armada, the Vorith didn't unleash their usual devastating weapons. No, instead, they seemed to be testing Earth's defenses, probing for weaknesses. Ships glided silently over cities, cloaked in invisibility. Their movements were calculated, precise. Humanity's military forces, helpless against the invisible menace, could only watch as the first wave of destruction began. As cities began to crumble, panic spread across the globe. People flooded into shelters, leaving behind the life they once knew. Some cities vanished in seconds, torn apart by energy beams that melted buildings and boiled the earth beneath them. Others were left in chaos, powerless against the invisible attackers who seemed to have no weakness. Yet, amid this devastation, something unexpected began to happen. It started as a small glitch, barely noticeable. But as time passed, it became more pronounced. Earth's magnetic field, once thought to be harmless, began to interfere with the invaders' ships. At first, it was just a flicker, an odd blip in their cloaking devices, but soon it became clear, something was wrong. The Vorith ships, which had once seemed unstoppable, began to malfunction. Their advanced cloaking technology started to flicker and fail, revealing their positions for brief moments. Some ships even began to vanish completely, as if they were being pulled into some unseen force. Others appeared out of place, disorientated and struggling to stay in orbit. Humanity's scientists were baffled. What was happening? Why were the invaders' ships suddenly malfunctioning? The magnetic field of Earth, something the Vorith had never considered a threat, was now interfering with their technology. The Vorith had underestimated Earth, thinking that their superior technology would allow them to steamroll through any defense. But now, their ships, highly advanced, far beyond anything Earth had built, were showing signs of weakness. As humanity's global defense network scrambled to respond, there was a mix of awe and fear. The magnetic field was holding the aliens back, but no one knew if this was just a temporary glitch. Was it a simple malfunction, or was this a real weakness the invaders hadn't accounted for? Humanity watched as the alien fleet tried to regain control. Ships appeared to move in slow motion, struggling to adjust their course. For the first time, the seemingly invincible invaders were vulnerable. Their advanced weaponry and technology were being disrupted by something as simple as Earth's magnetic field. Could this be the key to saving the planet? For a brief moment, there was hope. The fleet of alien ships, once so confident in their power, was now showing signs of trouble. The tide seemed to be turning. But was it too early to celebrate? The Vorith were not known for making mistakes, and if they realized what was happening, they might adapt and return to their full strength. The question hung in the air: were the Vorith retreating? Or was this just the calm before the storm? Earth held its breath, unsure of what the next move would be. Were they witnessing the beginning of a great victory, or was this just a trick, a momentary lapse before a far greater threat descended upon them? As Earth's leaders debated their next move, people around the world could only wait. The magnetic interference was their only hope, but no one knew how long it would last. Would the alien ships adapt? Would the Vorith return with a vengeance? Every moment was filled with tension, as the people of Earth waited for an answer, unsure of whether they were about to face utter annihilation or the chance to turn the tide in their favor. At that moment, something even stranger happened. As the Vorith Armada hovered in the sky, a series of strange signals began to pulse from their ships. It was almost as if the fleet was trying to communicate, to figure out how to solve the issue at hand. The once indestructible alien invaders were now faced with a new kind of problem, one they hadn't anticipated. As cities smoldered and humanity's hope began to wane, one thing became clear: Earth had something the Vorith didn't understand, a natural force that was now turning the tables on them. The invaders had come expecting a quick and easy victory, but Earth was proving to be far more resilient than they had ever imagined. The game had changed, and now it was humanity's turn to fight back. But would it be enough to save the planet from total destruction? After the shocking events of the previous day, Earth is still reeling from the surprise arrival of the Vorith Armada. The entire world watches as the invaders' fleet hovers ominously above Earth's surface, their ships malfunctioning and flickering in the sky. The magnetic field has thrown the aliens' technology into disarray, and for the first time, humanity sees a sliver of hope. But this victory is fragile. With the Vorith regrouping and preparing for a full-scale invasion, Earth's survival depends on understanding why their technology is being affected by the planet's magnetic field. Character focus. At the heart of this new battle are two key figures: Captain Eva Vox Ward, a fearless military leader, and Dr. Lucas Patel, a scientist who specializes in magnetism and its effects on technology. Eva is known for her calm under pressure, her tactical brilliance, and her ability to lead troops in even the most perilous situations. She's been in the fight for years, but this time, the odds feel different. The Vorith are unlike any enemy humanity has faced, and their technology is leagues ahead of Earth's. But now, with the Vorith struggling against Earth's magnetic field, Eva sees a chance to turn the tide in humanity's favor. Dr. Lucas Patel, on the other hand, is brilliant but less experienced in combat. He's more at home in a laboratory, where he works tirelessly to understand the complex relationship between Earth's magnetic field and the alien technology. Lucas is the one who uncovers the key to defeating the Vorith, but the pressure is immense. He knows that the fate of the planet depends on his ability to figure out what makes the Vorith's technology so vulnerable to Earth's natural forces. Together, Eva and Lucas form an unlikely but powerful team. Eva's military expertise and Lucas's scientific knowledge are the perfect combination to fight back against the alien invaders. However, they have little time to act. The Vorith are not just waiting around. They're regrouping, preparing their next wave of attacks, and it's only a matter of time before they figure out how to overcome Earth's magnetic interference. Inciting event. Eva and Lucas are called to a high-security military base, where world leaders and scientists have gathered to discuss their next steps. There's a sense of urgency in the air as the Earth Alliance attempts to find a way to push back the Vorith. The aliens are relentless, and Earth's military forces, though courageous, are struggling to match the sheer firepower of the invading fleet. As Eva and Lucas arrive, they are briefed on the latest developments. The Vorith's shields, the powerful energy fields that protect their ships, are malfunctioning. They've been flickering in and out, unable to keep up with the magnetic disruptions. But why? Why is Earth's magnetic field causing such havoc for the Vorith? To the best of humanity's knowledge, Earth's field has never been considered a threat before, but now it's the key to their survival. Lucas dives into the data, scanning through reports and analyzing the energy readings. He works tirelessly, his mind racing as he pieces together the puzzle. It becomes clear that the Voritha's advanced technology is highly sensitive to Earth's magnetic forces. Their shields, which are designed to protect their ships from most attacks, are being disrupted by the magnetic field. The shields rely on precise electromagnetic calculations to keep the ship intact, but Earth's field is throwing them off balance. The Vorith fleet is having difficulty adjusting their systems to handle such an unpredictable force. The more Lucas studies the data, the more he realizes the true nature of Earth's advantage. The Vorith have encountered many planets, but never one with such a powerful and chaotic magnetic field. They've miscalculated, assuming that Earth's magnetic forces would be no more harmful than any other planets. They never expected it to disrupt their technology in such a significant way. As Lucas explains his findings, the military leadership listens intently. Eva, always thinking ahead, sees the potential in this discovery. If their shields are failing, then their weapons must be affected too, she says. If we can exploit this, we might have a chance. Lucas nods. Exactly. We need to figure out how to use this to our advantage. Their technology is advanced, but it's not invincible. With this new understanding, Eva and Lucas work with military engineers to start developing new weapons and tactics that will capitalize on the Voritha's weakness. They quickly realize that magnetic pulse weapons, energy weapons that can disrupt electromagnetic fields, might be the key to breaking through the Voritha's defenses. By using the planet's magnetic field to amplify the pulses, they could potentially disable the Voritha's shields and weaponry. But there's a catch: the Vorith are not entirely unaware of Earth's magnetic field. They've already started adapting, trying to find a way to counteract the disruption. The clock is ticking, and humanity must act fast. Eva knows that the next few days will be critical. If they can't launch an effective counterattack, the Vorith will soon adapt, and Earth will be at their mercy. As the military begins to mass-produce magnetic pulse weapons, Lucas continues his research, trying to perfect the technology. Meanwhile, Eva begins to prepare her forces for the inevitable fight ahead. She knows that the Vorith will not wait long before they strike back with full force. Earth's military will need every advantage they can get. The suspense builds as the Earth Alliance prepares for the next phase of the battle. Can they develop the weapons in time? Will the Vorith adapt too quickly? And even if they succeed, what kind of damage will the Vorith cause in the meantime? The stage is set for the next chapter in humanity's fight for survival. Eva's mind races as she looks at the new weapons and prepares her troops for battle. Lucas, exhausted but determined, continues his work. The two of them know that their success will depend on how well they can exploit this unexpected advantage. The Earth's magnetic field has become humanity's greatest hope, but it's a hope that is still fragile, and the Vorith are not going down without a fight. The battle for Earth's survival is just beginning. The first wave of humanity's counterattack is underway. Although the advantage is tiny, it's enough to slow the Vorith Armada down and give Earth's forces a brief respite. The stakes are incredibly high. With every moment, the Vorith are regrouping and preparing their next devastating attack. But for the first time, humanity has managed to make them falter, just a little. From above, Earth's orbital bombardment begins. Human-made weapons launch from satellites in space, their missiles and energy beams striking the alien fleet. The sky above cities is lit up with flashes of bright, terrifying light as the bombs explode against the alien ships. It's a small victory, but it sends a message to the Vorith: Earth isn't going down without a fight. Ships flicker in and out of the atmosphere, some veering off course, while others start to break apart. The Vorith struggle to regain control as they are hit by the bombardment. On the ground, the situation is equally chaotic. Earth's military forces are doing their best to hold the line, but the alien invaders aren't making it easy. As the Vorith commanders begin to deploy their next wave of troops, the battle intensifies. Alien robotic drones and soldiers storm the Earth's surface. The robotic drones are advanced machines, armed with energy weapons and cloaking abilities that make them difficult to track. Alongside them are Vorith ground troops, humanoid aliens equipped with advanced armor and technology that is a nightmare for Earth's soldiers. Inciting event. In the middle of the chaos, Captain Eva Vox Ward leads a squad of elite soldiers into one of the most devastated cities on Earth. Buildings are reduced to rubble, streets are choked with dust and debris, and fires rage in the distance. The city, once a thriving metropolis, is now a battlefield. The air hums with the sound of energy blasts, the ground shakes with explosions, and the distant whine of magnetic pulse weapons fills the atmosphere. Eva's squad moves swiftly through the ruins, ducking behind collapsed buildings and walls to avoid enemy fire. The team works together, using the cover of the wreckage to take out enemy drones and Vorith soldiers. Laser fire streaks through the air, hitting the ground with fiery explosions. The soldiers are well trained, but it's clear that the odds are stacked against them. The Vorith are relentless, and their technology is overwhelming. Despite their best efforts, Earth's forces are struggling to hold their ground. Eva's eyes are constantly scanning the battlefield, her mind racing with strategies. She leads the charge as her squad advances further into the city, determined to strike back at the Vorith. But the alien forces seem to be everywhere, emerging from the smoke and the shadows with deadly precision. The magnetic pulse weapons fire off in quick bursts, disrupting Vorith shields and causing their soldiers to stumble, but even with this advantage, Earth's forces are barely keeping up. Eva can feel the tension in the air. The Vorith are adapting quickly, and their robotic drones are becoming harder to destroy with each passing moment. It's clear that this battle will not be easy, and humanity's survival still hangs in the balance. As the battle reaches its peak, Eva and her squad encounter a group of Vorith ground troops that are well-coordinated and vicious. The clash of weapons fills the air as both sides engage in brutal close-quarters combat. Earth's soldiers fight with everything they have, using their magnetic pulse weapons and standard firearms to try and take down the enemy. But the Vorith soldiers are relentless, their superior strength and technology giving them the upper hand. Then, something unexpected happens. Amidst the chaos and noise of battle, Eva hears a voice in her comms, "Captain, we've got this. We're almost there." It's Bonner, one of her closest friends and most trusted soldiers. He's leading a charge to flank the Vorith position, giving Eva and her squad the opportunity they need to push forward. But as Eva looks back, she sees Bonner's face, determined, but also filled with a quiet understanding that this may be his final stand. In a heartbeat, the situation takes a deadly turn. Bonner's squad is caught in a fierce firefight with a group of elite Vorith soldiers. Eva watches in horror as her friend is surrounded, his team falling one by one. He knows what has to be done. With a final, heroic move, Bonner sacrifices himself to save the rest of the team. He detonates an explosive device, taking out several Vorith soldiers and clearing the path for Eva and her squad to escape. The explosion sends a shockwave through the battlefield. For a moment, everything goes quiet. The echo of the blast rings in Eva's ears, and she feels a sharp pang of loss. Bonner is gone. Her close friend, her comrade, has given his life so that the rest of them could survive. The loss hits her like a physical blow, but there's no time to mourn. The battle rages on. As the dust settles, Eva and her squad push forward, taking advantage of the gap created by Bonner's sacrifice. They manage to push the Vorith back, but the victory comes at a heavy cost. The loss of Bonner weighs heavily on Eva's heart, and she feels the weight of leadership pressing down on her. For every alien ship that falls from the sky, for every Vorith soldier that is defeated, there's a price to pay. The war is far from over. The battle for survival continues. With each victory, Earth's forces grow stronger, but the cost in lives and resources is taking its toll. The Vorith are ruthless, and they will not give up easily. But Eva and her team are driven by something the aliens cannot understand: human resolve. They may be outmatched in technology, but they are not outmatched in courage and determination. The fight is far from over, and with every loss, the stakes grow higher. As Eva looks at the wreckage of the city and the fallen soldiers around her, she knows one thing for certain: the battle for Earth's survival is only just beginning, and the sacrifices that have already been made will not be in vain. The future of humanity depends on the will to survive, and Eva is determined to lead her people to victory, no matter the cost. The tide of the battle has shifted. The Vorith Armada, once so confident and powerful, has begun to retreat. The alien invaders, once on the offensive, are now struggling to maintain control over their fleet. Their ships, battered and malfunctioning, are desperately trying to escape Earth's orbit, heading deeper into space. The Earth Alliance has dealt a significant blow to the Vorith, and it's clear that the invaders have miscalculated in ways they never anticipated. Earth's magnetic field, previously thought of as a mere environmental feature, has proven to be their worst nightmare. It hasn't just interfered with the Vorith technology, it's been actively destroying it. The alien fleet's cloaking devices, once flawless and impenetrable, are now flickering and malfunctioning. Ships that were once invisible to human sensors are now partially visible, their edges glowing with electrical instability as they fight to stay in the air. The aliens have no choice but to retreat, but their escape is anything but smooth. From the Earth's surface, humans watch in both awe and fear. The invaders are leaving, but why? Is this truly the end of the war, or is it just a temporary setback for the Vorith? No one knows, but the Earth Alliance is preparing for one final push. This could be their only chance to end the invasion once and for all. Inciting event. Despite their retreat, the Vorith are not going down without a fight. Realizing their technology is failing, they activate their cloaking devices in a last-ditch effort to escape undetected. For years, the Vorith have relied on these cloaking devices to hide their movements and launch surprise attacks. But now, Earth has adapted. Thanks to the knowledge Dr. Lucas Patel uncovered about the magnetic field's interference with Vorith technology, the Earth Alliance has developed an advanced tracking system based on magnetic pulses. This system allows them to pinpoint the location of the fleeing alien ships, even as the Vorith try to use their cloaking devices to vanish from sight. Eva, leading the team once again, stands at the helm of a magnetic pulse weapon installation. Her heart beats with anticipation as she watches the final Vorith ships flicker across her display, their cloaks barely functional. She knows this is the moment. The final chance to finish the war. The stakes are higher than ever. The Vorith may be retreating, but they're not giving up. Eva and her squad have one shot at stopping them, and failure would mean the invaders escape and live to fight another day. The Earth Alliance has the advantage now, but this advantage won't last long. The Vorith will adapt quickly, and if they escape, they will return with new weapons and strategies, stronger than before. Eva's voice is calm, but there's a sense of urgency in it as she orders the team to engage. We've got one shot at this. Let's make it count. The squad moves quickly, setting up the magnetic pulse weapon and aligning it with the coordinates of the retreating Vorith fleet. Each moment feels like an eternity. They can see the alien ships, their cloaks flickering in and out, struggling to stay hidden. The magnetic pulses from the weapons begin to hum and vibrate in the air as they reach full power. The tension is palpable. For the first time in the battle, Earth's forces are on the offensive, not just holding their ground, but actively hunting down the retreating invaders. The ships that once towered above Earth now look vulnerable, their cloaks failing as they fight to escape. Eva, standing at the control center, watches the visual display with grim determination. Prepare to fire, she orders. The weapon hums with power, the display showing the exact location of the nearest Vorith ship. The magnetic pulse weapons are ready. It's time to finish this. But just as the team prepares to fire, an unexpected problem arises. The Vorith ships are much more coordinated than anticipated. With their technology failing, they seem to be relying on one another more than ever, coordinating their movements to cover each other's weaknesses. A last-minute defensive move. The human forces have to adjust quickly if they want to hit their target. Eva's heart pounds as she watches the screens, analyzing the movements of the ships. The aliens are trying to escape at full speed, but they're not fast enough. The Earth Alliance tracking system is superior, allowing them to lock onto the ships even in the midst of their cloaking attempts. Lock on. Eva commands, her voice steady despite the intensity of the moment. Her fingers hover over the controls, ready to deliver the final blow. With a sharp command, the magnetic pulse weapon fires. A shockwave ripples through the atmosphere as the pulse hits its target. The alien ship at the front of the fleeing fleet shudders violently as the pulse disrupts its shields and systems. It flickers, its cloaking device failing entirely. For the first time, the world sees the full scale of the Vorath technology, flickering and failing as the magnetic pulse tears through their defenses. The ship begins to spin out of control, hurtling toward the atmosphere. It crashes down in a fiery explosion, sending debris scattering across the surface of Earth. The other Vorath ships begin to panic as their own systems begin to fail. One by one, their cloaking devices flicker and die, exposing them to Earth's forces. The battle is far from over, but this victory is monumental. The Vorath Armada has been severely damaged, and their escape attempt has failed. The retreating invaders are now vulnerable, scattered and on the run. But Eva knows this is just the beginning. Earth has won a critical battle, but the war is not over yet. The Vorath will fight until the end, and it's up to humanity to keep up the pressure. As Eva watches the last of the alien ships crash down, a sense of relief floods her. But it's fleeting. There's still more to do. The Vorath may be retreating, but they won't give up. Earth's forces will have to press on and face whatever comes next. The Vorath Armada is on the verge of defeat, but the battle is far from over. As the last of the alien ships attempt to flee, the Earth Alliance launches a final assault. The once feared invaders are now desperate, trying to escape the planet's grasp. The humans, having used the power of Earth's magnetic field to cripple the invaders' technology, now have the upper hand. The final battle takes place in the silent void of space, far from the atmosphere that once protected the Earth. It's a cold, unforgiving landscape, where nothing but the flashing of weapons and the slow drift of broken ships fill the darkness. Human-made ships, now fully utilizing the power of the magnetic field, move with precision and speed. Their weapons are designed to exploit the Vorath's weakness, and as the final alien ship tries to flee, it's met with a barrage of pulse cannon fire. The pulses strike the alien ships with a devastating force, breaking them apart in bright, fiery explosions. It's the culmination of years of struggle, a final stand to ensure humanity's survival. The once mighty Vorath fleet, which had appeared so unstoppable just days ago, is now reduced to pieces in the cold depths of space. As each alien ship is taken down, a deep, eerie silence falls over the battlefield. The vastness of space seems to swallow the last sounds of the fight, leaving only the final moments to echo in the minds of those who survived. But the silence is fleeting, for the war is far from over, and the remaining Vorath ships have one final card to play. Inciting event. The Vorath, though defeated, are not yet finished. In their final attempt to turn the tide of the battle, they deploy their last line of defense, AI-driven drones. These drones are the product of Vorath's own advanced technology, programmed to defend their fleet and ensure their escape. They are faster and more dangerous than the average Vorath soldier, and they swarm around the remaining ships like a deadly cloud. But the Vorath have underestimated humanity once again. While the Vorath are alien to Earth, humans have been working with AI for years. They understand the complexities and vulnerabilities of AI systems, something the Vorath, in their arrogance, never considered. The Human Alliance has been refining their own AI systems, learning how to communicate with and manipulate technology for their benefit. They know the weaknesses in the Vorath's AI systems, and they are ready to exploit them. As the AI drones close in, launching deadly attacks against Earth's forces, Dr. Lucas Patel, the scientist who first discovered the power of Earth's magnetic field, steps forward to take control of the situation. Dr. Patel has been working closely with Earth's own AI systems, and he's developed a deep understanding of the alien technology they now face. He knows how to infiltrate the Vorith AI and turn it against them. Inside his control room, Dr. Patel's fingers move swiftly over the console as he taps into the Vorith AI network. The drones are fast and relentless, but with each moment, Patel gets closer to gaining control. His mind races as he works to breach the security systems, bypassing firewalls and defensive protocols put in place by the Vorith. Every second counts. If he fails, the Vorith drones could tear through humanity's remaining forces, and the final assault could end in disaster. Eva watches anxiously from the cockpit of her ship, her eyes fixed on the screens. She knows what's at stake. Dr. Patel's success is humanity's last hope. If he can hack into the alien AI, they can turn the tables and force the Vorith to retreat once and for all. But time is running out. Then, with a sudden burst of light on the screen, the AI network cracks. Dr. Patel's eyes widen in disbelief. "I'm in," he mutters under his breath, his voice filled with a mix of relief and awe. With a final command, he takes control of the Vorith drones, overriding their systems and turning them against their creators. The drones, which had once been the Vorith's last line of defense, now attack their own ships. The Vorith Armada is caught off guard. Their most advanced weaponry is now being used against them. The drones, once programmed to protect their fleet, now tear through the remaining ships, causing them to explode in bursts of fiery destruction. It's the ultimate irony, the very AI system the Vorith relied on for their survival is now their downfall. As the final alien ship tries to make its escape, the drones continue their relentless attack. With no way to defend themselves, the alien ship falls to Earth's magnetic pulse weapons, crashing into the barren surface of space below. It's a complete and total victory for Earth. The emotional climax. As the last Vorith ship is destroyed, the full weight of the battle begins to settle in. Earth's forces have won, but the victory has come at a heavy cost. The memories of lost comrades, the sacrifices made by soldiers like Bonner, and the horrors of battle will stay with them forever. But for now, they have secured Earth's future. As Eva watches the final alien ship explode in space, a wave of emotion washes over her. She can't help but think of Bonner and the other soldiers who gave their lives for this moment. It's a bittersweet victory. The war is over, but the scars of battle will remain. The fight for survival has been won, but the cost has been immense. Dr. Patel stands beside Eva, his face a mix of exhaustion and triumph. "We did it," he says quietly, but Eva can see the toll it has taken on him. The battle is over, but the weight of the sacrifice is heavy. The war with the Vorith is finally over. The Earth is safe, for now. But as Eva and her team look out into the vast expanse of space, they know that there are more threats out there. More enemies. The fight for survival never truly ends. But for now, they have won. And that's enough. With the alien threat gone, the Earth is finally at peace. The once feared Vorith Armada is no more, and humanity stands victorious, stronger than ever. The victory is hard-won, but it is undeniable. The battle that seemed impossible, where Earth was the underdog against a technologically superior alien race, has ended in triumph. The Earth Alliance's final stand has turned the tide, and now, as humanity surveys the aftermath, a sense of pride and relief fills the air. Earth's magnetic field, which was once considered just a natural phenomenon, has proven to be the ultimate weapon in this war. A weapon no one, not even the mighty Vorith, could have anticipated. What began as a mysterious, unexplained interference with the invaders' technology evolved into a full-blown advantage, crippling their fleet and turning the battle in humanity's favor. Now, the sky above Earth is filled with the burning remains of alien ships that have been destroyed. The sight is both haunting and exhilarating, a symbol of humanity's resilience. Humans stand on the ground, some gazing up at the destruction, while others celebrate with tears, hugs, and cheers. The once peaceful planet has been through so much, but now, Earth is a beacon of strength and unity. It is a moment of victory that no one will ever forget. Inciting event. Captain Eva, Vox, Ward and Dr. Lucas Patel stand side by side, watching as the final remnants of the Vorath Armada burn in the atmosphere above. The wreckage is all that remains of the once formidable fleet. The two survivors, warrior and scientist, reflect on the journey that brought them to this point. Eva, the fearless leader who led her soldiers through battle after battle, now feels the weight of their sacrifices. Dr. Patel, whose scientific knowledge unlocked the key to defeating the Vorath, feels a deep sense of accomplishment and relief. They both know that without their teamwork, and without the courage of the countless soldiers who fought alongside them, this victory would not have been possible. The battlefield is littered with the remnants of the alien invasion, but it is also filled with the memories of the fallen. Bonner, Eva's close friend, gave his life for the mission. His sacrifice weighs heavily on her, but it also strengthens her resolve. The victory was costly, but it was worth every sacrifice. The Earth Alliance stands proud, a unified force that has overcome the odds. As they stand together, Eva and Lucas share a quiet moment, looking over the horizon. The world is beginning to rebuild, but it will take time. There is no denying the scars left by the war, but there is also a profound sense of hope. Earth has proven its strength to the universe. They never saw it coming, Eva says softly, her voice full of both pride and sorrow. The Vorath, once so certain of their superiority, never imagined that Earth, a planet they thought was weak and unworthy of attention, could fight back. They underestimated humanity, and now the universe will remember the name of Earth. Lucas nods, his gaze fixed on the sky. They thought they could take over. They thought their technology would make them invincible. But they never understood us. He pauses, his voice filled with quiet admiration. They never understood our will to survive. The two of them stand there for a moment longer, lost in thought. Earth's triumph is undeniable, but it is bittersweet. They have lost so much, lives, cities, and dreams. But they have also gained something invaluable, a deep, unshakable belief that humanity is capable of standing up against even the most powerful foes. The legacy of victory. The victory is not just a military success, it is a symbol of human resilience, unity, and ingenuity. Eva and Lucas know that the battle may be over, but the lessons learned from it will last forever. The Earth Alliance has proven that no matter how technologically advanced an enemy might be, humans will always find a way to fight back. The victory is also a victory of the human spirit, a spirit that refuses to be crushed, no matter how dire the odds. The Vorath Armada came to Earth with the belief that they were unstoppable, that their superior technology would crush the human race. But they were wrong. The humans fought not just with weapons, but with heart, with creativity, and with a fierce determination to protect their home. The world begins to rebuild. There is much work to be done, but the Earth Alliance is stronger than ever. Humans are no longer the underdogs, but a force to be reckoned with. The universe has witnessed the power of Earth's magnetic field, and it knows now that humanity is capable of defending itself against any threat, no matter how advanced. The future. But even as humanity celebrates, there is a lingering thought that the battle might not be truly over. The Vorath were just one enemy. There are other alien species out there, lurking in the far reaches of space, watching Earth's victory with interest. Eva and Lucas know that Earth must remain vigilant. The peace they now enjoy is hard-earned, but it's fragile. We've won this battle, Eva says, turning to Lucas with a steely resolve in her eyes. But we'll have to keep fighting to protect this world. We can't let our guard down. Lucas nods in agreement. We'll be ready. And next time, we'll be stronger. They exchange a look of mutual understanding. The war against the Vorath may be over, but the journey for humanity is just beginning. Earth has proven its strength, and now it's time for humans to take their place in the universe, not as weaklings or victims, but as warriors, survivors, and champions. As the Earth Alliance celebrates, looking up at the sky, they know the future is uncertain. But they are no longer afraid. They are ready for whatever comes next. The story ends with humanity's triumph, but with an eye on the horizon, prepared for whatever challenges may lie ahead. Humanity's victory over the Vorith is a monumental moment in history, a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of the human spirit. The once mighty Vorith Armada has been crushed, their ships scattered across the heavens, their invasion plans in ruins. Earth has proven that even against the most advanced alien forces, it can stand tall and fight back. Yet, despite the relief and celebration that follow such a hard-fought battle, there is a lingering sense of unease. The war may be over, but the victory feels bittersweet. As the Earth Alliance begins to rebuild, focusing on healing and regaining the stability that was shattered by the invasion, Captain Eva Vox Ward stands alone, gazing up at the stars. The night sky is vast and beautiful, but now, for Eva, it's also filled with uncertainty. She wonders how long it will be before the next threat arrives. Earth may have won this battle, but the galaxy is a big place, and not every alien race will be as susceptible to Earth's magnetic field. The Vorith may have been repelled, but their defeat may have sparked the interest of other, even more dangerous enemies lurking in the dark corners of space. The stars that once seemed so distant now seem ominous, like distant eyes watching the planet from afar. Eva feels the weight of this realization. The victory is hollow if it means that Earth has made powerful enemies across the galaxy. The universe, vast and full of mysteries, is not a friendly place, and Eva knows all too well that the threat might not be over. Inciting event. Days after the final battle, while the Earth Alliance focuses on recovery, a strange message reaches Earth's defense networks. At first, it's a simple anomaly, a faint hum echoing across space, something that could be dismissed as just static or a glitch. But then, the message becomes clearer, and its meaning is unmistakable, a warning. The message is encoded in a frequency unlike any Earth has encountered before, and it's clear that the Vorith are the ones behind it. Using their advanced technology, they've somehow sent a message that has traveled across the vastness of space. As the Earth Alliance intercepts it, the gravity of the situation becomes all too clear. This message is not just a simple transmission, it is a cry for help, or rather, a desperate warning to the other alien races in the galaxy. The Vorith, beaten and retreating, are alerting their allies to the strength of Earth and the growing threat it poses. The Vorith, though defeated, are not ready to admit their failure quietly. Instead, they have sent a warning to others: Earth is stronger than they thought. It is not the weak, vulnerable planet they once believed it to be. Now, the entire galaxy will know of Earth's resistance and its newfound capabilities, thanks to the magnetic field that turned the tide of the war. As the message plays on the screen, it is filled with foreign languages and complex codes, most of which are indecipherable to the humans listening. However, one line stands out, a message in a language that Earth's top translators can understand: Earth has awakened. Be prepared. The words hang heavily in the air, chilling everyone who hears them. It is a clear and unmistakable warning: Earth has now attracted the attention of the galaxy, and other races, more powerful than the Vorith, are on the way. Visuals. As the screen fades to black, the eerie hum of the message continues, lingering in the air like a distant echo. The stark silence following the transmission adds to the foreboding nature of the moment. The stark contrast between the victory celebrations and the incoming threat creates a tension that feels palpable. The humans who thought they had won are now left wondering if this victory was just the beginning of something far worse. As the hum of the message fades, we see Eva once again, standing in solitude, her eyes fixed on the endless expanse of space. The stars above her seem different now, more like silent witnesses to what's coming next. Her face is a mixture of pride and concern. Yes, Earth has triumphed, but Eva knows all too well that the war isn't finished. The universe is a vast and dangerous place, and they have only just begun to scratch the surface. The scene shifts to Dr. Lucas Patel, who is analyzing the transmission. He is surrounded by high-tech equipment, his brow furrowed in concentration as he listens to the message over and over again. His mind races, trying to make sense of what it means for Earth's future. This isn't over, Lucas mutters to himself, the weight of the realization sinking in. We've made enemies now. We've made ourselves a target. The unseen threat. The tension in the room grows as the Defense Network analyzes the message, working together with Earth's top scientists to decode the full meaning of the warning. As the transmission continues to play, Earth's leaders prepare for what could come next. They are on high alert, knowing that the galaxy is not as safe as they once believed. As Eva and Lucas confer with their team, they come to the terrifying conclusion that the Vorath might not be the only threat Earth will face. The galaxy is full of hostile alien species, and now that Earth has made its presence known, other factions will likely take notice. The magnetic field that saved Earth may soon be targeted by enemies far beyond the Vorath's capabilities. The Vorath Armada was just the beginning, a test, perhaps, by more advanced alien species who have been watching, waiting for their chance. Eva feels a sense of determination rising within her. We've fought off the Vorath, she says, her voice resolute. We can handle whatever comes next. Earth's time is not over. The warning echoes. The message ends, but the warning continues to echo in their minds. It is a grim reminder that the fight for survival is far from over. Earth's victory is not the end of the war, it is just a new chapter, one that could bring even greater challenges. As the camera pulls back from Eva's contemplative face, the screen slowly fades to black, leaving the audience with a sense of foreboding and anticipation for what's to come.